America wants to hear what I have to say about this.
It sounds like
and wants to see me say it. So let me just tell you.
Another statement?
I have another prepared statement.
Okay.
Wow.
This is an apology.
We're back.
This is an apology.
What's going on?
Craig's crystal ball is not going to stop me from delivering this apology.
What a show.
I would like to apologize to the audience for a bevy of missteps last week.
Oh.
Most notably, my total lack of conviction in a game between Patrick Mahomes and Jimmy Garoppolo. I allowed my typically pitch-perfect opinion to be polluted by the nonsense spewed on a daily basis by you people. And I'm embarrassed and a little ashamed. I discussed the Niners' defensive line and their weapons and the acquisition of Christian McCaffrey as if it would matter one damn bit, when it was always going to be a game between Patrick bleeping Mahomes and Jimmy bleeping Garoppolo. Which is why I can sit here today and say I will learn from those mistakes, which is why I will never doubt the Chiefs again like that. Never. As long as Mahomes on the roster, every week they should be the favorites, heavy favorites. You know why? And I don't say this lightly, Brew, because they have the best player in the history of the sport.
Wow.
Bar none. He has all the numbers, as we will discuss. He's rewritten the record books, and he's warped our minds on what to expect, the way he warps defensive coordinators' minds going into the game. So I'm sorry for allowing these dopes that I share the desk with, both of you, to make me think that Jimmy Garoppolo would be able to keep his team in a game involving Patrick Mahomes. I apologize.
Like he did in Super Bowl 51? What was that? Whatever that one was.
I know he went home with the loss like every game he's played against Patrick.
First of all, I was going to let you get away with that because it was nice seeing the humble Nick. But you forgot to mention something.
What's that?
Me!
What about you?
When you were sitting here all soft and milk toast, even Nick Mangold spied it.
Yeah.
Soft and milk toast.
That's why I apologize.
I'm going with the Chiefs, but just the Niners in the preseason, I had the Niners beating them. While you were sitting there like that, I had chest firmly stuck out, bass in my voice, and I said Kansas City was going to win.
Yeah.
I said my man Jimmy G was obviously not in the class of my man Patrick Mahomes.
Not your guy.
Well,
you can't have both guys. You can't have both guys.
I had him as my guy. I called him Jordan-esque before Nick did.
Because I wouldn't insult him.
I said he was GOAT potential, I think, before Nick did. And I said San Francisco could not score enough points to beat Kansas City. And I was right on the money. So the little half apology, no, don't lump me in. I like Jimmy G. Mainly, I defend Jimmy G against your over negativity.
No.
I've never said Jimmy G's a Pro Bowler.
Okay, we'll get to Jimmy G later. Can we stay on Patrick Mahomes, please?
The Chiefs look great. They did what I thought they were. They were who I thought they were.
Okay, so
not who Nick thought they were.
Listen, I thought
they were.
I thought they'd win 26-24. I did not think they'd score 6 consecutive touchdowns against the league's best defense, but I should have expected that. Because, and again, so the Chiefs are still the highest scoring team in the league. They're the only team to 200 points. They're the only team averaging over 31 a game. And it's because of one guy. Yes, Andy Reid's great and Travis Kelce's great, but it's because of Patrick. And when I said he's the greatest player we've ever seen, through 70 games, it's not an opinion. And I don't know. We were having a few technical difficulties. I don't know if the audience could pick up on that. But I think we have it. Through 70 games, the most wins, the most yards, and the most touchdowns. Seems good. Pretty good. What did we say after the Raider game? You don't want to be losing to Mahomes, but you know what you really don't want to be? Beating Mahomes. Because once again, a double-digit comeback, and we can show you those numbers now. He wins 59% of those games.
That's a crazy stat.
He's now 13-9. Brady's the next best at 38%. The rest of the league this year, we can show you this. He's 3-0 now this year when trailing by double digits. 3-0 is not 67%, by the way, America. It's 100%. Even Wildes can do that math. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is at 19%. So I don't know. He leads the league right now, Wildes, in touchdowns, in rating, and in yards. Now, he doesn't lead in ridiculous drooling on your self-commentary. That's Josh Allen by a mile. But Mahomes leads in all the numbers. His team has the most explosive offense, and that's without Tyreek Hill. And they've done it now to the number 1 scoring defense in Tampa and then the number 1 yard defense in San Francisco.
What about Buffalo? What they do against Buffalo?
But we're not talking about that game. We're not talking about that game.
But we were talking about Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
the Buffalo, we feel a long way away from the Buffalo game.
Yeah, we are.
That taste is out of your mouth. The stinging taste of defeat at the hands of Josh Allen and the mighty Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, of course it is. Because I told you going into that game, that was their Super Bowl. And that they had to win it. I thought the Chiefs would win. The Chiefs were up with 90 seconds left. They lost. The Bills had to win it. The Chiefs, if they had lost this game, 4-3, you'd lose back-to-back games, a little concerning. Instead, the toughest schedule to open a season in the history of the NFL. No team had ever started the season with 8 straight games against teams with a winning record from the previous year. They have a bye, and then they play the 8th in Tennessee. They're 5-2 in those 8, and the 2 losses, both of them, they had the lead with 90 seconds left. Both of them easily could have been wins. So, yeah, the Buffalo game is far removed, far in the rearview mirror.
Look, your Mahomes statement, I do agree. I don't like to necessarily categorize quarterbacks just as football players. You know, people say Brady's the best football player. I reject that. But best quarterback. I told you this last week, talking to my dad, I said, watching Mahomes against Buffalo, I said, he's the best quarterback we've ever seen. Yeah. Now, he's going to have to keep winning. He will not, we know, he will not get rated as that if he doesn't win more championships.
Looks good.
But he is the best we've ever seen, period.
He looks fantastic.
Now, can we talk about someone who's not the best we've ever seen?
Meanwhile, this is going to be a little rough. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Jimmy G, brutal interception, lost a fumble, and got sacked. In the end zone, Broussard, for a safety. Yeah. Now, Brew.
A brother's ready to respond.
I know. Hold on a second, because I have to do something here.
Uh-oh.
I've known you for 15 years, all the way back to Bristol.
I think, yeah, maybe longer.
And our relationship has gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. And this might be the first real fissure. Because after watching him throw the interception in the end zone, when he had a chance to take the lead going into halftime, I said, that's it for me. So I'm sorry.
Oh, he's coming over here. He's coming over here.
I can't do it anymore.
I'm by myself.
You're by yourself on Jimmy G Island.
I can't do it anymore.
I thought you were all in
Welcome
on Jimmy
in,
G.
I thought I was too. I thought
and
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Bailey Zappi was the new Jimmy G.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Welcome in.
You know what?
It's over.
I kind of like this. I got room to spread my. You know what? Stay over there, guys. I liked it. Let me tell y'all about Jimmy G.
Yeah, please.
Tell us.
Because you didn't get to the question with all your histrionics.
Yeah.
Was Jimmy G to blame for the loss? You said just now none of the turnovers, the interception or the fumble, resulted in Kansas City points.
Did they take points away from
But
San
yes,
Francisco?
and I will get. But did they result when Mahomes threw his interception? Jimmy G capitalized with a touchdown. All right? When Jimmy G threw his interception or had his fumble, the Chiefs did not score. Now, you're right. It took away points. They would have been up, say, 16-14 at the half if they kicked the field goal and didn't have the interception, or maybe 20-14 if they scored
and
a touchdown.
the safety resulted
But does
in
it
points.
matter?
Hold on, the safety resulted in points,
But hold
and
on.
the fumble didn't have
You
points
said
because they put in
if
Chad
they were
Henne.
up 20-14, you said you don't want to be there against Patrick Mahomes. It didn't matter to you. And so, look, the safety is the safety Jimmy G's fault or Trent Williams' fault?
He had plenty of time.
One of the best tackles in the
You gotta
game
have a clock.
gets beat by Frank Clark. Does he have eyes in the back of his head?
No, but he has a brain in his head, and he should know.
Look at this.
He has plenty of time.
He's worried about the other guy coming from his right.
Bro, can I give you a number, bro?
Look at Clark's all over him.
Here's a fun stat. Last 30 years in the NFL, guys who throw a pick, lose a fumble, and get safetied in the same game happens league-wide less than once per season. It's happened 28 times. It has happened to Jimmy G twice this month. Twice in a month.
Now Wildes isn't even sitting over there. Now you're laughing. Now you're mocking Jimmy G.
Well, I'm down on him. I'm out.
You went from defending him to mocking him.
Bro, you're Mr. Let me give you another one.
Feelings.
We just talked about Mahomes coming back from 10 down. What about Jimmy G, Mr. Wins, Mr. Quarterback Wins?
Is he not?
If he's down a field goal. Jimmy G in his career with the Niners, 10 times has been going into the fourth quarter down 3 points or more. He's 1-9. 1-9.
Hold up. Is any of that on the coach? Mr. Boy Wonder, who's 0-27 when entering the fourth quarter down? Could any of that be on
I
Kyle
think he's now
Shanahan?
like 1-30.
Who can't win? I don't even know if he's won 10 games in his career without Jimmy G as a quarterback.
I'm not saying
Jimmy G is Aaron
Jimmy G
Rodgers.
is drowning, he wants to pull Kyle Shanahan down under the depths
he
with him.
pulled him down.
So be it, that's fine. But the Jimmy G stuff, it's got every game he tries to throw you one. This game he tried to throw him two. They caught one, they dropped the other. Both were right at the goal line. And if the defense does not keep the team under 17,
I'm just baffled
they
by
can't win.
Wildes'
I am
face.
so Wildes.
I'm
what was the
baffled by
moment
your
for
facial
you?
expression.
What was the moment for you, Wildes?
It was when it was the interception that was gifted after
was a
Sky
bad
Moore
throw.
after Sky Moore gives Jimmy G the ball. It's like, oh my goodness, the 49ers are going to take the lead. We would have a little party. Oh my goodness, Jimmy G beats Nick and Mahomes.
What a dumb pass.
And then Nick tweets out, thank goodness for Jimmy G. He's just falling back, just throws it to the wrong team. It was just brutal. I'm like, I'm out. My wife, we had a whole family meeting about it. I'm like, I'm out on Broussard. And my wife was like, no, Kevin, you can't do it. You have to remain loyal. I said, I can't. I'm out right now.
And then show the other one. Show the other one that he tried to give up on the other goal line.
Okay. Again,
look at this
Jimmy
one.
G wasn't great.
Brew, he's terrible.
No, he's not.
Brew, he had two turnovers
don't get to
and gave
a
up a
Super
safety.
Bowl and an NFC title
Brew, it's
game
over.
twice if your quarterback's terrible.
It's over.
Brew, it's over.
I'm done.
It's
Brew,
not over.
He got Christian McCaffrey.
Have I ever said he's
Deebo
a Pro
Samuel.
Bowler? I just said you can win
No,
with
Brew,
him.
but you've created these laughable graphics, and now he's been kicked off the
technically
70%
Dusty
win
has
percentage
created those,
graphic.
but-
So now you have this
He'll
one where
be
it's
back.
him and Mahomes next to each other as a graphic. You just can't do it. You just got to be done with it.
I traffic in facts.
No, you don't.
That's
All right, I don't traffic
That
in
part is true.
You
emotions and
traffic in
feelings.
facts on most topics. And then there's Jimmy G, who I'm convinced, Brew, if America doesn't know, grew up all around this great
Yes,
country of ours.
yes.
I think 9 different cities before he was,
close, about
of
7.
drinking age.
Yes.
I'm convinced he and Jimmy G are related somehow. That somehow there was some, there was something, because it's the only way it makes sense. You're otherwise such a smart guy. And then you have this blind spot for Jimmy Garoppolo, which is why now you're all alone.
Sorry. If he wins a few
Just
games.
stay over there. No. Greg Jennings right here. Greg Jennings, this
It
seat is
switches every
yours.
segment. Hey, coming up.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.